Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. And we've got a really interesting one here. It's really bad. And my first thought when I saw it, and the other room is bad too, we'll get there in a sec. First thought was footwear transfer, and that would be the automatic assumption, but I think there's more going on here. This is black. It's about 20 years old. Apparently it was only cleaned once. She said she rented a machine quite a few years ago and cleaned this room. That's not the factor, although it won't help. Many years ago when I've been carpet cleaning for about 50 years now, but I remember when the hardwood floor really started to take off, and prior to that, houses had carpeting everywhere. And you would typically find the most soiled area at the front door when the people come in. But when people started putting the hardwood floors in, next thing you know, you see the most soiled area was actually at the doorway to the bedrooms. And obviously that's because the soil and whatever is tracking in, and then it gets rubbed off onto the carpet. That's a factor, but that's not the case here, I don't think. I'm pretty darn sure. Turns out she's got a couple of cats. That's a factor to a point, but it also adds something else to the other issue, and that is that for the last, I think she said 17 years they've been here, she's only cleaned this floor with water, with a Swiffer mop or whatever, and water, because the people who put the floor in, I guess, told her just use water. Bad advice. The reason is because oils will not clean off the floor very well if you just use water, because you need a surfactant to cut through the oil and to emulsify it, and then it comes off and transfers into the pad or whatever. So she's only been cleaning the floor with water. And I believe what we're seeing is the oils that are building up on the floor are just basically transferring off onto the carpet. Look at the contrast, it's incredible. Mind you, there was a protector there, so there's that is a factor too. But when you look, can you see the residues and everything everywhere? So that is going to go onto there over the years. So that's a factor. So this is going to be interesting. Now I think this is a tri-extra. I'm not positive. It could be a nylon. It doesn't really matter in the end. Poly of some sort. And what I did is, after vacuuming it well, I sprayed it with Procyon Extreme. Now I'm going to clean it. I increased my mix in my tank a little bit of my Von Schotter product. I added some Odoban because the cat's oils in the carpet will likely could be a problem. Apparently there are a couple of long-haired cats, although I didn't really see any real significant amount of cat hair coming up when I vacuumed, but alright, let's see what we can do, okay? Can we fix it? I don't think we're going to get this perfect. There's no way. That plastic thing's been there for 17 years, I guess. That is the hog's hair fiber pad, which in this scenario is going to be the better option. You want that bite into the carpet, because that's what it'll do. And the rotary will definitely give you the superior scrubbing action in the scenario like this than an OP. It just works better. looks pretty good there. We're not going to get a new carpet out of this. I mean, it's an abused 20-year-old carpet. So we can't make it new again. But really actually not that worn considering. It's really just this buildup of the oils that have stained this carpet quite significantly. But, you know, these are the challenges we come across now and then. And this is probably a polyester. That's my guess. It's not quite acting the way a nylon would, I don't think. I mean, I could do a test on it, but it, you know, I wouldn't clean it any different. All right. See, wherever I step, I'm leaving footprints in the film that's on the carpet, or on that wood floor. There's a film of oil on that floor. So, you know, when you come in a situation like this, sometimes you have to be kind of like a detective and trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with this floor? Because the soiling, it's not normal. It's not dirty in the sense that it's dirt like was tracked from outside or something like that. That's not dirt. This is a staining effect that is caused by the residue that's built up on that wood floor there. It's all the floor is easily fixed. They really need me to clean it. I'll have to mention that to them. I did sort of mention it to them, but anyway. I give them one of my wood floor brochures actually. Okay, I think we can switch over to an Ironman now. In this case, I think the Ironman is a better option. I want the increased absorption ability. Going good?
Oh, good.
So far.
Good.
Yeah. What was I going to ask you? I can't remember what it was. It'll come to me eventually.
I'm glad other people have.
What's that?
I say I'm glad other people have.
Yeah. You walk into a room and you go, "Why am I here?" I know there's a reason.
Okay, I'll leave you to it then.
Yeah.
Just wondering how it was going.
Yeah.
Good.
It's looking better. We're not going to get a new rug, I don't think, but it'll look better. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I know what it was. I was going to do a test on the footwear she has on, but I really don't think in this case it is actually the footwear. It just doesn't have that look. I find that with footwear transfer, it has a more defined actual trail, whereas this seems to be just kind of all over the place. All over the carpet. Like she said, we almost never walk over there. Why is it over there? That's a clue. So yeah, I don't expect when I check her sandals it'll be. I mean, it may be a factor, but I don't think it's. I really think it really is the oil film on that floor, because I can see the film on the floor, so I know there's a problem, and I know the answer to it. I have somebody I cleaned for a little while ago, and I'd go in there and looked at her floor, wood floor, as well as some area rugs, and I've realized that there was quite a residue on her wood floor because of what their cleaning service was using on the floor. I don't remember what it was. I think actually it was vinegar. That'll do that too, by the way. But anyway, that's why I said, no, go get some Odoban and give this to them, and I went back there like 2-3 weeks later, and I noticed that the floor was looking better. And I said that to her, and she says, "Oh yes," she says, "I went and got the Odoban, and yes, it's definitely cleaning better. Definitely the floor is looking quite a bit better." So there you go, a neutral pH cleaner that works really well. Odoban neutral floor, or that's what they call it. No rinse floor cleaner, I guess they call it. I think we're doing pretty good here. Kind of curious to see what this pad looks like. It looks a lot better, but it'll never look new. This is 20 years old, remember. And if that plastic thing has been sitting there for that long, there will be definite. You know, that was the original color of the carpet, never been walked on for 20 years. Never been infected by the fading out that comes from age and light and everything. So okay, let's have a look. Oh, looky at that. Look how black that is. Whew. What do you know, eh? Okay, well, I guess we're gonna go over this again. think I might be having to go grab another couple of those, maybe. We'll see. Okay. Now it's looking, actually, considering what we started with here, this is actually looking really good. And for those of you who are carpet cleaners watching this, please note that I'm not cleaning with an overly aggressive cleaner. The Procyon Extreme is, I think it's 10.2 pH, and it's green seal certified and odorless and hypoallergenic. So that's what I pre-treated the carpet with. And then the Von Schroeder blue label I have in the tank is a neutral pH. Nothing aggressive. I'm not using the nuclear nuclear bomb here, because you just don't need to. The reason you don't need to is because of the incredibly superior action of the scrubbing action of the rotary. That is an incredible tool at your disposal. This thing is going across the carpet 5 times 360 degrees per second. That's a lot of energy being put into that into the carpet fiber, as it were, and it's just removing the oil, just drawing it up into that absorbent pad. Okay, let's have a look. See how that pad looks. Determine whether or not we go to another pad or whatever. And the answer is yes, we will. It's lighter. I park it right. I do want to show her these. Put it over here, I think. I didn't want it sitting on the floor. That's why I'm doing that. Her floor really needs a clean. I mean, really it does. So. We'll start over here, actually. It's going to look pretty good, actually. We're not going to end up with a new carpet, of course not. You know, after this abuse and this age and everything, and the color loss, that's actually not looking too bad there now. I think we can say that with the difference now is just simply the fading out and the wear here, as opposed to that never seeing the light of day basically for 20 years. Let's have a look. Oh, that's much better. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're much less coming off because we're basically at the end here. I think I'll just do one other quick go over, and then we'll head over to the other room. Oh, I almost forgot to say, when I sprayed the Procyon Extreme in, then I used my little grooving tool there and worked in with that. Nice little tool. Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good actually. They're going to be very, very happy with this carpet, I think. So, yeah, she said they've been here 17 years, and once, well, she said it, I guess she had it cleaned about 10 years ago, and then since then, she also did it herself one time with a rental machine from the store or whatever. So actually, she only used it in the other room, she said, but not in here. So that's a very, very long time to go for a carpet without getting cleaned at all. That's very unrealistic, actually. I don't know why people do that. It's not like they couldn't afford it. I guarantee you they could afford it. Okay, so we'll go into the other room. Still a little bit damp. That's what I want. So I sprayed that with the Procyon Extreme and worked it in with the rug groomer. Oh yeah, see that one is mostly just moisture we're seeing here, so we're good. Shall we continue? That is black over there. Now she said she was cleaning the tile floor with Mr. Clean. I don't know, but I'm suspicious. Mr. Clean stuff has always been a problem. I don't, you know, maybe they're making it better now than they used to, but anyway, I wouldn't use it. I remember many years ago, Pine Sol. I was thinking of Pine Sol. I was steam cleaning using a portable system, and I went to do this job, and I started cleaning this living room, and I only went like just a few square feet. I really wasn't very far at all, and all of a sudden the machine, the ball valve closed up, and the machine was screaming away because the suction had shut off like it was full. I was like, okay, what the heck's going on? And so I went and checked in the machine, and lo and behold, the tank, and I only cleaned like not even 10 square feet, I doubt, but the machine was full of foam. I was like, oh, okay, what the heck's going on here? And so I emptied it, and I guess I had some defoamer, and I put that in there and started to clean, and it went a little bit further, and again, did it again. I tried 2 or 3 times, and I couldn't put defoamer in the thing. And then I was like, what the heck is going on with this carpet? And I put my hand down on the carpet, and the carpet literally felt gooey, slimy. And I said, what have you been doing to your carpet? And they said, oh, we've been cleaning it with Pine Sol. Like, oh, okay. Adios. I said, no, I can't clean this for you. You're done. It just can't be done. Nothing would have cleaned that carpet. Nothing. The amount of Pine Sol that would have been used to leave that carpet with such a gooey feeling must have been incredible. But people do strange things. Sometimes they just don't think, I guess. I'm actually I did vacuum really well, but I still am getting cat hair out of the carpet, and the hogs hair fiber pad is very effective at pulling out animal hair, actually. Okay, let's go back this way. I'm not charging, by the way, any extra for this job than what I would normally charge. This is a minimum charge job. Because it's actually not that big an area, but certainly taking more time than normal. But that's okay. Now, yeah, you can see there's a lot of cat hair coming up here. A couple of long-haired cats, apparently. Okay, we'll go over here. Let's have a look at this. It's actually not that bad. A little less than I thought I would be picking up, actually. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip the pad, because this side has been used a few times already. So that's a brand new side. It has a maximum bite. We'll go over the worst areas with that now. I think that's a wise decision. I can feel it, but it's more aggressive. Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Oh yeah, look at that. It was black there, now it's looking pretty darn good, actually. Oh, yeah. And you know what's pretty neat? This will stay clean. Maybe they'll turn into a regular customer every 10 years. Always amazes me when people tell me that it's been that long since they cleaned the carpet. Like, really? How often do you clean your wood floor there? Or kitchen floor? And then people complain about the carpet. Well, it gets dirty. Well, yeah, you've been walking on it for the last decade. What do you think's going to happen? But that's fine. Eventually they do something. And, you know, we just have to be there when they're ready to do that, I guess. Okay, so it looks like we're ready to switch over to the Ironman. Go over here one more time. You can see the crap getting thrown up on the edges there, which is why I will be post-vacuuming, or one reason anyway. Let's have a look. Okay, there's some there, but not a lot. So most of it came up with the first pass. Okay, we'll get rid of this. Looking better?
Certainly is.
We're on the way, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of a challenge, though.
It is a.
Well, keeps me on my toes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It needed it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. Oh, I was I know I was going to tell you. I was talking to you about emulsifying. There's two things that we deal with when we're dealing with cleaning. We need a surfactant and an emulsifier in the cleaner. The surfactant, what that does is it lowers the surface tension. Surface tension is what gives the water the cohesiveness. So, are you familiar with what a water strider is? A little bug that runs around on top of the water?
Oh, those guys, yeah.
Yeah, they're called a water strider.
Okay.
Well, if you have a water strider and you put it in a glass of water, it'll stand there on the water.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting to see, and the water dimples under their feet.
Yes.
Right? Because the water tension is holding them up because they're so light and they've got feet with little feelers that go out. You put a drop of dish soap in that glass of water, that poor little water strider will immediately drop into the water and sink to the bottom and drown. Because the water tension is then released by the surfactant that causes the molecules of the water don't stick together as readily. It's called, there's a technical word for it, it's called van der Waals force, and it just gives water that stickiness. Like when you see a drop of water on the counter, you see it says like a bubble. You're like, why is it a bubble? Shouldn't it be all flat? No, because that's the van der Waals force sort of holding it there.
Okay.
So what happens is when you're cleaning your wood floor, you're using water. Without a surfactant, the water can't break apart and emulsify the oils as well. And emulsification happens when the surfactant breaks down the oils or the soils or whatever, and then the emulsifying is when that it lifts it up into suspension. That's a fancy word for held in suspension.
Okay.
And your washing machine does that. When it's washing the clothing, what's happening is the water is going through the clothing, and the surfactant cuts through the oils, etc., lifts it in suspension, and the detergent and holds it in suspension, and then it flushes away, and you rinse it a few times, and then there you go. That's what's happening. It's sort of technical, but really, when you think about it, well, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like when you wash your hands, you can't really wash your hands without soap. Soap and water, right?
Right.
You wash it you're under the tap trying to just use water. Well, you got oil on there, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. So, well, where does the oil come from on the floor? If you say there's a
film. Well, for one thing, your cats.
Okay.
Your cats have an oil,
I know
and
they
they're
do.
constantly grooming themselves, and their saliva is on their fur, and of course, as you well know, it's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And of course, that is a factor that's good getting onto the floor,
Okay.
and of course, they're on the carpet as well, but on the floor as well. So when you're trying to clean the floor, you're wiping it, but you're actually there's a film on your hard floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I get it.
yeah. So we got it figured out. Now we know.
Give me a test, though, okay?
Don't get no test. Yeah. And although you can certainly do the cleaning of your floor, we do actually offer that service, as that brochure I gave you explains. So if it's more than you feel that you can handle, we can do a deep cleaning. We actually use equipment like this to clean the floor rather than just a flat mop.
Okay.
So if you're ever thinking you'd want to go that route, we can do that for you. Okay. And I will continue on, having fun.
It must be satisfying.
Yeah. Sorry?
It must be satisfying.
Oh, it is. Well, yeah, when you see a difference. Oh, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's much better than pushing a piece of paper back and forth on the desk. Oh, so look at that, eh? Yeah, this is doing really well. Really very well. Wow. Yep, we definitely got this dialed in now. Yeah, I guess a lot of people don't really know about that. Mr. Van der Waals, who the tension on the water is named after. It's pretty interesting, actually, I think, that sort of stuff. Even though I never liked science when I was in school much. But, I think these are some of the basic things, at least, that we as carpet cleaners should at least have some degree of knowledge about. So when you're talking to your customer, I mean, this is stuff that you don't have to know, but you're talking to your customer, if you can speak to them with, some obvious understanding of what you're actually doing, and that's what's happening. By the way, when I come in and see a situation like this, what's going on in my mind while I'm looking at the carpet is I'm thinking, okay, this carpet has a problem. Why? There's always a reason, and it's just a matter of kind of going through the checklist of what the possibilities are and figuring out, first of all, what the problem is, and then determining, okay, what's the best way to go about fixing it. If I was a typical truck mount operator, I would have come in here, looked at it, go, oh, okay, I need lots of horsepower here, mix up my real powerful pre-spray, because usually most guys will say, oh, it's just really dirty, so they mix up a real powerful pre-spray, and then they don't bother vacuuming usually. And then they start cleaning the carpet, and maybe they'd make it look better, but I absolutely guarantee you that within a week the carpet would look awful. I mean, literally awful again, because this carpet would wick like crazy. So let's head back down this way, and then we'll take a look at the pad, which I expect will be pretty black. Yeah, pretty black. So we'll do over the traffic areas again. You can see I'm still pulling up quite a bit of animal, the cat fur. And of course I'll be running the vacuum over it when I'm done here, and that'll pick that up. And doing this kind of thing, by the way, is what gives you an incredible reputation. I mean, this is a gated community, a few hundred homes in here, and I've been, of course, coming in here for years, and but we just have an incredible reputation. We're over 100 5-star Google reviews now, plus reviews, 5-star reviews on our Facebook page, and even on our website. Because some people don't have a Google account, so they'll put a review on the Facebook page, or go on the website and do it there. So I guess we've got probably at least 150 5-star reviews. Actually, I was looking at the reviews yesterday. I was looking for something there, and there's one on there where the person is complaining about how we did this terrible job and everything, but we never cleaned for them. We don't even have their name in the list and everything. So, and what they described how the job was done. I mean, it was definitely not me. Some guy went in there with a bucket and a brush and was cleaning their dining room chairs. No, that wasn't me. So, and my wife responded to that and said, "Please remove your review. We were never in your house." They never did. And that was done a few years ago. All right, let's have a look. I believe that's the only review we have. It's not a 5-star, actually. Okay, we'll do the another pad here. You know what? I'm gonna have to stop because I think I'm kind of getting a long video here, and YouTube doesn't always like that. So I'll let you go. So thank you. Anyway, thank you for watching, and have a good day.